But she didn't mention it, but
She did not, I'm sorry.
she probably gonna do it for you.
You want me to be honest with
When
you?
you finish that section, you know, basically, because that's what I normally do. When I finish a section, I cross-check before I move to another section.
You want to be honest?
Yeah, we don't do it till we finish, y'all, the whole week.
I don't remember how to cross-check a 90.
Well,
Because I don't do angles, so I cross-check a different way. And this isn't...
so cross-checking is what, if y'all covered it, anybody can tell me? Because remember, y'all learning today. Today is learning, a learning day. So how do you cross-check? She's cutting vertical, so how would she cross-check it?
Think about what the word is. Cross. You're going vertical. What's opposite of vertical?
Horizontal.
So she gonna hold it horizontal, but she gonna hold it at the same angle, okay? So when she finished that section, once she finished cutting vertical, she can cross-check it horizontal, but she still have to hold it at what degree? 9 degrees. Now she gonna have some corners, but they shouldn't be what? A whole lot. It should be very little. Basically, y'all see Peyton cutting. I like to cut, and I like to see my guy when I finish cutting. Some people like to cut and they let their shears rest across their fingers when they cut. I don't, because I done cut myself so many times. So when I finish, I like to be able to see my guide. If I can't see my guide when I'm finished cutting, that means that I hid my guide when I cut. So you want to always make sure that you bring your fingers, you know, up to your guide to a certain point, and then you stop where you can see your guide before you cut. Okay, saturation. You want to make sure they have saturated from the scalp to the ends, but it don't have to be dripping with water. It just needs to be evenly saturated. That's right.
Moist.
If the end's wet and the scalp is not, what you have to do? Spray that scalp, because you want it to be evenly saturated. How much they have stretches when you pull it? Y'all should have done covered this since chapter 11. When the hair is wet, how much it stretches?
Is it a half inch?
50%. It stretches 50% when it's wet. So when we dealing with curly hair, should we put a lot of tension in the hair?
No.
No. We use minimum tension and we cut off what? Lesser than what a client may ask for. They ask for an inch, how much we should cut off? A half
That's
to a
what I
fourth
was-
of an
that's
inch.
what I was
Depends
thinking.
on the type of curly hair. He made that look easy. I'm sorry.
Y'all, I'm struggling. But if you do notice, I am pulling my guide from one section to the next. But like this section's too big, so I'm gonna take some of it out. But when I'm lifting it up, I don't know if y'all can see through the hair. So I'm gonna mess up myself real quick. Can you see those short hairs? That's your guide. And this is what I need to cut off. And that's what I'm following. And I'm pulling it with me, but I'm not over directing it with me. I'm keeping it very, that's why the section's so thin.
And if y'all notice, she turned the head, she turned her body position, she changed her hand position as well. But throughout the haircut, with this haircut, it's all about hand position and body position. If your body is not positioned correctly, you're not gonna hold the hair correctly with your hand. A 90-degree layered haircut is cutting above the knuckles. Y'all see how she cutting above the knuckles? So at one point you will be cutting what? From palm to palm, which is below the occipital bone. Once you go above the occipital bone, you start cutting over the knuckles, but your hand position and body position change as well. You always want to make sure that everything is eye level.
Yeah.
You can see what you're doing. If you can't see what you're doing, that means something is not right. The head is not fixed right, your body not fixed right, your hand's not fixed right, okay? So Who can name the head, the parts of the head? Who know all the parts of the head? You
Like
learn
the
your
bones?
no, not the bones, the parts of the head, because you learn that at the beginning of this chapter when you start learning about hair cutting.